Sean right here from MuscularDevelopment.com. We are in Venice Beach with Big Danny Hester, our third-place finalist at this year's USA Championships, 1 week away from the 28th Annual NPC National Championships, where, Danny, if you win your class in the middleweights, you will walk into the IFBB Pro ranks after a long, arduous journey. I know you've had a long, colorful history in the NPC. Tell us a little bit about your journey and what we're going to see here today in the gym.
Well, Sean, my journey's been long, but not that long. I dropped off a little bit to pursue other things, you know, which gives me a little better, more fresh outlook on the sport. I'm actually glad I did it. In some ways I regretted it, but now that I'm back in, I'm starting to see the benefits of it, of taking the time off. See a lot of my friends that are still in it, a little burnt out, you know, making some momentum, but I think just taking a step back and assessing everything, it just gives me the love for the sport again.
Right on. Well, coming back, you just got a third place in July. We're here in Venice Beach. You're going to take us through a little bit of a workout. Tell us a little bit about your workout and your diet as we head into the Nationals next week.
Well, today, obviously, I have a week until the show, and it's all about diet at this point, diet and cardio. Just trying to keep safe and, you know, not pull any muscles. So what I like to do is I can't do any more cardio on the treadmill or any of these machines. So I train a lot of mixed martial artists and professional boxers, some really big names I'm working with right now. So over the last probably 3 weeks to a month, I've been doing a lot of training with them as far as for my cardiovascular. So I don't even have to do a sit-up. I mean, you get so much core movement and all the stuff I'm implementing and doing with them, that my cardiovascular, I think, is excellent, you know, and especially these days. I mean, I remember the days, you know, I don't know how some guys still do it, but I remember the days of staying on the treadmills for like as long as you can at a slow pace was kind of not as productive as, you know, looking at it now. You know, they know with research and just a lot of people, you know, trying it is, you know, the where you're going high intensity and taking a little bit of rest, high intensity, taking a little bit of rest, seems to really burn that body fat off. And it's also better for your heart, too.
Right. Tell us about the first exercise you're going to do in here.
The first exercise I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and just stretch a little bit, do a little shadow boxing and hit the bag real light. You know, I don't want to hurt my joints or anything, but it's really good for my cardiovascular, burning fat, keeping my heart rate up, and also working the whole, you know, core area. That way when you hit that, you know, ab shot, you don't have to worry about it, and you're in condition too. You're not sitting there huffing and puffing on stage. So there's a lot of benefits to it.
I mean, obviously there's some improvements you want to show at this show from the USA's. What would that be?
The things I've been trying to focus on is obviously my symmetry. There's only so much size you can put on, if any, from, what, 2 or 3 months between shows. So it was a little, you know, confusing in some ways as far as what route I was going to take as far as trying to put size on, just stay hard. So I kind of decided just to kind of do what I was doing and just make sure I get enough protein and supplements in, and just keep on, you know, doing the cardio and training and bring up just certain areas. You know, certain areas you can bring up just to give you that polish. And one of the areas that I wanted to add to my symmetry, my overall symmetry, was my sweep, on my outer sweep.
On your thighs?
Yeah, on my thighs. So I was doing a lot more sissy squats, a lot more lunges, actually kind of a little bit side lunges, just to hit that outer sweep with the glute tie-in. And bring up, obviously, shoulders and arms. You can never have too much of that. And just the detail in the upper back, upper mid back.
Well, how's your time management? You're training professional boxer Antonio Margarito for a show. You're getting ready for the national championships. You're over 40. How do you manage all your time? And are you ready for these guys and this level of competition to hopefully get a pro card Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, you know, I mean, probably some of these guys were in high school when I was on stage where they're going to be next week. So I'm not worried about it. Obviously, you know, I've been around the best in the world like yourself and, you know, all the crew that I used to train with, Flex and those guys back in the day. So to me, definitely there's no intimidation factor. I've been on stage, I don't know how many countless times. And I enjoy it. You know, I really enjoy the camaraderie and just being in the sport and doing the sport. I mean, you're not a true bodybuilder until you compete. It's just all the aspects from having to shave your legs to putting the color on to being backstage. I just love it, you know, interviews like this and doing shoots for the magazine. It's the whole process, and you just got to absorb it and don't be lazy and do it all. So, you know, when I'm on stage, regardless of how I place, and I think I'll win, obviously, I'm not worried about it because it's just about getting out there, letting your fans see you, you know, maybe promoting whatever you have going on, and also just being a role model as far as for other people that want to get in the sport. I mean, who wants to get in the sport if they all see a bunch of grumpy bodybuilders complaining about how much money they're not making,
right,
you know, and they're dieting and just their heads down all the time? I'm an athlete, number one. Whatever I'm doing, whether it's mixed martial arts, boxing, whatever, bodybuilding, I'm an athlete, and I want to keep healthy, and I want to keep a positive, you know, attitude towards my sport, because the last thing I want to do is dog my sport out. I'm claiming I'm a bodybuilder. I can claim I can do any sport I want. I really, truly believe that. I was blessed athletically. So when it comes to bodybuilding, that's my sport. I'm going to own it, and I'm going to really just, you know, just give it props.
Right on. Well, we're going to find out more about Danny Hester and his prospects at the 28th Annual NPC National Championships for the middleweight. Danny Hester, I'm Sean Ray from Venice Beach, California, in front of Gold's Gym at MuscularDevelopment.com.